Today, RB's brightest business students from Miss Sarkady's class will be looking to present their freshman survival kits to our panel. Our investors, Luis, Liam, and Jonah, will be looking to find the best product available and make a deal.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jonah Brenneman. I'm a junior at RBHS, and I am one of your sharks.
I am Liam Cohen, and I am a senior here at RB, and I am one of the sharks as well.
Hello, I'm Luis Perez. I am a sophomore, and I am one of your sharks.
Our first group presenting their kits, outnumbered, is looking to make a statement. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Julio. I'm here with Outnumbered, and we're going to talk about our starter kits.
Hello, I'm Ricardo Rivera with Outnumbered.
Hello, I'm Michael Avila with Outnumbered.
Tell us a bit about your experience in Miss Sarkady's business class.
Well, so far it's been a very nice experience. It's very mellow, definitely.
I can say I had a great experience in Miss Sarkady's business class. Me and Julio did have the best cookie sales, so we made the most amount of money that the whole class has made in a while. So I think I had a very fun experience with class.
I've had a great experience with Miss Sarkady's class. This is actually my second time being in class, and I actually did a fundraiser that helped people in need, which was pretty amazing.
All right, ready? Follow me.
We're outnumbered, and then we are, as of course, showing the freshman starter kits.
So this is our speakers. I'm Ricardo Rivera.
I'm Julio Randa.
And I'm Michael Avila.
And this is Bulldog starter kits. So for the starter kit, I think it's be very helpful for freshmen and new upcoming students coming in, even if you transfer in, because it's easy. It's a lot easier to have like something to just come into it. Like you're not just coming into school empty-handed. Items of the school would be a backpack, a map of the school because the school is big, and it's a lot more helpful when you know where you're going in your class. Bit of a metal water bottle because it's a lot more efficient than just buying the drinks in the lunchroom over and over and over, and it adds up over time. And then for a list of clubs because you want to put yourself out into new experiences and a new environment because you meet new people when you're a freshman. And then a list of sports because I feel like when you kind of find something that you enjoy, you come to school happier instead of just saying, oh, I have to come to school, I don't want to go here. You come to school happy and excited to come with. So we have, why would they need a map? Why would they need a map? When coming to a new school, it's a bigger environment and it's really easy to get lost. And then for the first week, trying to find your class, I know it's really confusing. As for me, I was a transfer student. I transferred in my sophomore year, and coming into a new school, it was a lot easier having a map so that I knew where I was going. And then after using the map of finding the school, you have a better idea of where you're going, and you just feel more comfortable, to be honest. Yeah. So incoming freshmen, you're about 14 years old, you're a freshman, you're going to RBHS high school, and you're unemployed. So pain points, I think personally, would be the first year of finals because it's a really big test and it does affect your GPA by a lot. Not knowing anything, getting lost, and just staying on top of your grades. So core needs, freshmen need to be included to make it easier to adjust by new school, to make sure they don't get lost, and giving them items that they do need. So motivation, I think the feeling of getting good grades is what kept me motivated when I transferred in because I knew that my grades were going to lead me to a college or the trades or the military. So experience of a freshman.
So I was able to get somewhat of an interview with a recent freshman, and I was able to kind of get a story of his first day. He kind of explained how a map is very useful and how he was able to kind of get to his classes and also just experience a new experience with teachers and stuff.
So goals. Goal number one, when you're entering high school, you should try to make yourself a set of goals because it does help yourself be more motivated to keep going on in school. So objectives would be academic, for sure. Aim for a high GPA because that shows colleges that you're a great fit for their university. learn to master time management, because when you're in school, you have clubs, school, work. If you do work, and you need to be able to manage your schoolwork and your outside life. And then for social, make new friends. There's going to be a bunch of new people in your class, so it's good to just put yourself out there. Don't just stay in the same group, because then you're never going to meet new people. And then for just kind of going deeper into it, for one, while taking classes, make sure to pay attention to what your teachers are telling you. A lot of the tests and quizzes are just what they're saying to you. So if you're paying like a good attention to it, then you're going to be fine. Two, once you time balance, I can assure you that your school week is going to go by a lot faster. When you have your homework done, you're just be like, okay, I'm done. I can just go to the next thing. Three, try to make new friends. It's good having a circle of like friends that you know, but it's also good to just meet new people, because you're coming to school with over 800 kids. You're bound to find new friends. So students of RB, for my personal friends, we have Khalil Amir. He's a great role model to those RB. He will always put a smile on your face with his humorous personality. Roberto Martinez. Roberto is a kind person who isn't afraid to express a sense of style. He's also one of the many students at RB who encourage others to not be afraid to show who they are. When you're in high school, it's like a start over, a brand new, fresh start. And you can express yourself, how you dress, how you talk, who the people you're around, and I think Roberto is a great example. Christian Rivera, my brother, is a leader amongst those at RB. He will be a perfect example who will show the upcoming students how to be a leader to those who need assistance. So the action plan is you start freshman year, get familiar with your classes, you know what's kind of going on. Sophomore year, you introduce yourself to clubs. Junior, you prepare for college. Senior, you just end with a positive note. And that's the end.
Very nice. I'm gonna jump right into it. I didn't get enough about the actual items that are in your list. Look, we've got a lot of other people outside who all have a very similar type of kit. What sets yours apart from the others?
Ours is cost efficient, because when you're buying yourself a new water bottle, it's going to come with a very nice water bottle, not just the ones that you get from Target or the dollar store. I can assure you that it's going to keep up compared to whatever they have.
So the water bottle you get will last longer than others.
Okay, now you say it's cost efficient for the students, which I would agree with, but is it cost efficient for the school? I'd say roughly there's around 700 kids or 1,700 kids at this school, and that would be about 400 freshmen, and that's $40 per each freshman. That's around $16,000. How do you guys pay or plan to pay for these items?
Well, for me, I was going to collab with my father's engineering business so that we could promote the water bottles with his business, and also promote students to new ways to go to college if you want to go to engineering or something around that.
Near the beginning of your slideshow, you had the Mexican flag. Can you tell me why you included that in your presentation? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I thought that was a nice touch.
Welcome back. Next up, we have Top Dog Enterprises looking to win overall panel. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Alexis, and I'm here for Top Dog Innovators.
Hi, my name is Jesus, and I'm also here for Top Dog Innovators.
Tell us a little bit about your experience in Miss Sarkady's class.
In Ms. Arcady's class, I've had such wonderful experience, giving us a good understanding of what a free class could be, and teaching what business is about.
I've had a lot of experiences with Miss Sarkady. Her class is really involved, I would say, and you can learn a lot from her classes. She always makes it to where it's very fun and fun and entertaining. That's pretty much it.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're about to walk in.
Hi, can you tell us something about your package?
So of course, yes.
Hi,
So we
Sharks.
are Top Dog Innovators, and we're here to present our freshman Bulldog package for you guys. That's right. This is.
Actually, before you begin, could we hear about you guys first?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So my name's Jesus. I'm a junior here at RB Riverside Berkeley High School, and yeah.
My name is Alexis, and I'm also a junior in RBA High School. And we're here to present our freshman care package. So, if any further questions, this is our analysis peer interview. Me and my partner here interviewed former and current freshman students about the necessities for their first days here. And we've concluded information that people wanted a better understanding of the lunch and bell schedule, and also have how and where to get to their classes, needing materials such as pencils, and getting lost before the bell. All these are factors of contribution to lost time and high levels of stress, giving teachers lost time when students come in late, and giving a first and bad impression of freshman students.
All right, so here's a description of what our freshman kit includes. We have a custom map of the school. We also have a mechanical pencil, a piece of candy, something sweet, and the school's lunch and bell schedule. Now, here we have our prototype. It's not completely finished yet, but we do have on top as you can see, lunch schedule, as well as the bell schedule, and as well as late start underneath it. So once you fold it in half, and on the back, we have the map of the school, holding the math hallway, world history, library, all departments of where you can find your classes. Of course, this is a prototype, but we can also get one from the business office in the front. Now.
All right, this is our cost slide. These are packages of 10 mechanical pencils, $2.74. All of the packages for all 407 estimated students will equate to $111.51. We could get these products at Walmart. 500-piece dum-dums, $18.63. Find at Sam's Club, and estimate 4 cents per candy. 20-pack goodie bags, 97 cents. Around $19.73 for total students goodie bags. We get these products at Walmart. And total estimate for freshman enrollment students, we believe, is around 407 students. And total cost per student, excluding printer cost, is 35 cents per goodie bag. And the total cost for everything would include $149.88. And our selling price would be around $2, giving us an estimate of $814 back, giving us a profit of $664 back.
Because we both know you don't want a little dog. You want the top dog.
Just a few questions from all of us. The first one for me is the map that you're going to provide seems to be the main point of your package. I believe that upon arrival at the school, everyone receives a very similar map and schedule. Why is yours more important?
Well, ours has more of a, how would I put this, easier way to see it. We have, considering how would I put this, the colors and all that stuff to represent and give a better understanding of how and where classes are and how you can get there really. Because unlike I believe, I do remember receiving one freshman year, but it was very complicated and complex. There was a lot of lines everywhere. I couldn't really find where to go. I remember going into homeroom class, and it was a completely different class.
How is yours less complex?
Ours doesn't have as much lines, but it does have enough information for people and like parents, students, just to understand where it is.
All right, so I noticed you guys very cost efficient at total cost of $149. Why do you guys make the freshmen pay the $2 per, starter kit?
Well, we believe it would be something to more of an investment,
Yeah. And if the cost is too much, we could still run it up to like a buck per package, still giving us around $407, still giving us a profit either way. But mostly to maintain like the student handbook. The student handbook is mostly very long, and students don't want to take that much time to it. So we give a simpler form of what the bells and lunch schedule could look like.
How do you market this kit to freshmen?
We plan to market in the beginning of the school year, so hopefully, try to encourage freshmen to take this opportunity.
Are you going to have any advertisements or any particular marketing, social media? Or?
Probably social media. That's probably going to be our number one.
Okay, public social media account. Just the final question here is, what sets yours apart from the others?
I believe it's cheaper, much more cheaper, and more cost efficient than others, you could say.
Fantastic. I think that wraps it up for us. Thank you so much. We'll let you know if you guys won shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Next up, we have the billionaire blueprint looking to make some money. Introduce yourself.
Oliver Fakori.
Peter Gardner.
Noah Zorek.
Johnny Rico.
Tell us a bit about your time in Miss Sarkady's business class.
It's a great time. It's a creative environment. We kind of focus on a project and work on that for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've had Miss Sarkady for 2 years now, and I think it's been great. I'm going to business in college, so it's really taught me a lot about collaborating and about the business world.
I've taken many of Mrs. Sarkady's classes. I love the creative work, and I love working as a team. Lots of motivational stuff, and yeah, love the class.
Great experience, just like in business in general, and for my future major, which is going to be business in college.
All right, follow me.
Okay, we're walking in.
All right, before we begin, I would just like to introduce ourselves as the Dogs. I'm Jonah Brenneman.
I'm Liam Cohen.
I'm Luis Perez.
Welcome to the Doghouse.
I'm Peter Gardner.
Johnny Rico.
Oliver Fakori.
And I'm Noah Zorek.
Over the past few months, we have created a freshman Bulldog starter kit that we believe contains the key essentials in aiding students from their shift from middle school to high school.
On my first day at RB, I used 3 faculty bathrooms. I couldn't find the lunchroom, and I was very nervous. I wish I had.
How'd you get into the faculty bathrooms as well?
They're not locked.
They are.
They were locked.
Yeah, they're locked. The faculty will lock.
Proceed.
Okay. I wish I had a user-friendly and laminated map, so that's why this is our first and most essential item in our starter kit.
Riverside Brookfield has many clubs, sports, and extracurriculars to offer, which can all be found at the Riverside Brookfield website. The QR code on the right will take you to the clubs and activities section where information about RB clubs is available.
An issue a lot of people face is having to carry their wallets with them wherever they go. With a card holder for your phone, you can carry your wallet and your phone in the same place, making sure students are able to keep their ID on them at all times. This product being customized also makes sure students are able to wear their spirit wear wherever they go.
How is this product customized? I see plain wallets right there.
We have a website. The website that is linked. You can customize it, but we couldn't get a prototype up there.
Hey,
So
how much does that cost?
we have it at the end. Well, it's I think 46 cents per card holder.
46 cents per
Per card holder. Yes.
Yep.
Something so simple as a water bottle is something we believe is important in our Bulldog starter kit. So, with the Bulldog logo, our freshmen can represent the school and stay hydrated.
As students grow older, they'll begin to carry items like house keys, car keys, and more. We believe that to keep students organized, we can provide them with motivational keychains that can help them know their self-worth.
Back to Noah, right? Was it? Oh yeah, black shirt doesn't match anyone else. What makes your water bottle better than the water bottle every freshman receives on their freshman orientation day?
Eco-friendly. We know the company that's make it. It's custom, and I mean, no microplastics.
What makes it eco-friendly?
Are you accusing the school of having microplastics in their water bottle?
I never said that. I just know ours does not.
But you're contributing like that, like if it was a fact, like you're saying ours is better because of that, like, so you are insinuating.
We'll get to that at the end. We'll get to that at the end.
Yes. So.
Actually, I think that you're saying when they're older, the keychains don't apply to them now. This is something that they're just going to have to hang on to until.
No. I'm saying as they grow older.
As they grow older, not at that point, they won't be carrying keys.
I mean, I know I didn't carry any keys. I mean,
Why are you giving them a keychain?
Well, as they grow older, so like house keys, car
but
keys.
they can't use it once they're going into school as freshmen.
Why not?
Well, because they're not carrying keys. You just said yourself you weren't carrying keys. Had you received this as a freshman, would you be using it?
Yes, I would. I have house keys.
What?
For what keys?
I have my house key that I didn't
You
use.
just said you weren't carrying.
I meant I implied car keys. I didn't use car keys.
Okay.
I have house keys. I use house keys every day my freshman
Okay.
year.
How about you guys?
Yep.
Have keys?
I have house keys.
Bike keys.
As a freshman?
Bike keys for bike locks,
You also gotta take into consideration freshmen are very immature. They're gonna lose it like immediately.
Also, you can put your ID on these keychains.
They can lose anything.
So,
The phone wallet? ID?
I mean, we're providing students with anything they'll need. They don't need to use all of these, but we're providing them.
Just move on with your
All right.
All right, so, as we know, many new students are very nervous, and this can lead to fidgeting. So, a stress ball with a motivational quote can be the biggest difference between a good and bad first day at RB.
Chewing gum during the workday was associated with higher productivity and fewer cognitive problems, raised cortisol levels in the morning, and did not affect heart rate. These results emphasize that chewing gum can attenuate reductions in alertness, suggesting that chewing gum enhances worker performance. That's a quote from the National Institute of Health. We think that a pack of gum in every starter kit will help keep students focused.
Now for a student
who wears braces, what does the pack of gum do?
it could be a good social aspect. Like you can share a piece of gum and maybe find a couple friends in your first classes.
Okay. But you're making them pay to do that.
I mean, sure, maybe a couple bucks, and then you have a good way to make some friends your freshman year.
You have a conversation starter. That's worth $1 million.
I agree.
$1 billion.
Priceless.
For all the items in our freshman starter kit, they will be held in an eco-friendly paper bag.
Throughout this, we try to keep our costs as low as possible. You see our QR code. Sorry, our QR code is free. Our card holder is 46 cents per unit. Our bag is 17 cents per unit plus tax. Our water bottle is $1.84 per unit plus a $55 purchase fee.
Our motivational stress balls, which are 40 cents per ball. Keychain, which is 25 cents a keychain. Gum, 78 cents a pack. Detailed user-friendly map, which is free besides for paper and ink. And then that comes to a total of $1,551 for 407 freshmen, or $3.81 per freshman.
With our specialty connections, coupled with motivational accessories, we hope that our freshman starter kit will create the most memorable, lasting freshman year experience. Nobody does it truly like us. Dogs, we are
the Billionaire Blueprint.
How much does it cost for you all to produce it?
How much? Can you rephrase that?
How much does it cost for you guys to put this all together? I get how much it costs them to buy it, but how much does it cost for you guys?
Well, I think that is what the cost is pretty.
We're gonna have to purchase it and then manufacture it, put it all together. Not manufacture, sorry.
So it's a total of $381 to just purchase it for you guys. So you make a profit off this.
We do not.
That's why you guys can come on. There's lots of room for margin, lots of room for you to make money, lots of room for us to make money.
Well, we're not concerned about us making money. We're concerned about the school making money.
So you guys have no idea what you're selling this for.
We do.
You don't know your price?
We know how much that it costs.
How much does it cost for you guys to put it together? It costs $3.81 for you guys to put it together, for you to buy all the stuff from stores, yes? And how much do you sell it for?
And that's up, I mean, we're not sure about that yet because we'll have to just look at that and then we'll have to decide.
So it costs you $1,551. Where are you getting this money from?
Well,
it's the school buying it.
I mean, if the school is, if we're trying to make money.
Any kind of sponsor or anything like that?
I mean, we don't have to do out-of-pocket costs. I mean, that's what businesses do. Sometimes they have to do that.
Why would the school do this if they're not going to make any money? Because the whole point of this kit is to help freshmen and get a little bit of revenue for the school.
Well, they can make money.
Well, then the school can purchase it, and the school can make that money.
But if you're asking students to pay if you want to make any sort of like actual significant profit, you'd be looking at $5 for a student to purchase this. We looked at other things that are, it's like less than $1.
Yeah.
Why is yours better than the others?
Talking about $1, Johnny Rico, you slid me a $1 bill. What does that do for me if I can't even buy a starter?
That's false information. That never happened.
$5 more.
Hey, what was that? Sorry.
It says what about $1.84 per purchase, and then it says $55 per purchase.
That is on the website for us to buy it and manage.
Is it?
That's a startup cost.
That's like,
so
who pays $55?
Whoever wants to make the money. If we're trying to make the money, we would do that, and we include that in our total cost. So that's like a part of it.
Okay.
Yep.
And you already included that in total cost?
It is. Yeah, it's in there.
Any further questions?
That's it. I think that's it from us. All right. Well, thank you guys.
All right. Thank you.
The results.
Thank you.
A little bit.
Please leave.
Yeah.
Leave now.
Really.
Hey, Birkenstocks.
Yeah, thank you.
Billionaire can't afford.
Welcome back. Here's our next group looking to buy into Auburn Sharks freshman kits. Introduce yourself.
My name's Andrew. And this is Philip. My name is Philip. And we are Du Bois LLC.
Tell us a little bit about your experience in Miss Sarkady's business class.
So we learned a lot about business, accounting, and marketing in Miss Sarkady's Business II class. And it helped us, set up our freshman survival kits.
How are you feeling about to go and present to your sharks?
Excellent.
Personally, I'm feeling very excited to present my project and having this opportunity to maybe take this into a farther business that I can use in the real world. Miss Sarkady has definitely helped us develop our entrepreneurial skills. We did Cancer Research Foundation fundraisers, and we raised money for them. And it was just a great experience to have with Miss Sarkady.
All right, ready? Follow me.
Before we begin, I'd just like to introduce ourselves. I'm Jonah Brenneman.
I'm Liam Cohane.
I'm Luis Perez.
And who are you?
Hey Sharks, my name is Andrew.
My name is Philip.
And we're Du Bois LLC. So we were tasked with creating a freshman survival kit for incoming freshmen coming into RBHS. So who are we, and what is our goal? So we are 2 students in the Business II entrepreneurship class, and our project is to create a freshman survival kit, and these survival kits will consist of assisting freshmen in having an easier transition into high school. The kit will provide useful items and helpful information. The kits will help demonstrate that RB has a friendly and welcoming environment. They will reduce stress and confusion for incoming students. They include positive notes to boost confidence. And they hopefully, if we get selected, we'll make this a tradition, a yearly tradition.
Two guys with a wild dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue.
All right, so this next slide is just our cost analysis. I know there's a lot of numbers, but it's basically just showing the bulk price of each item that's inside of our survival kit. So for example, we would pay 23 cents per piece for a Crunch bar, or 12 cents for Lifesavers per piece.
Our total will be around $6.30 for each kit.
Oh, there you go.
You can read it.
This means that we sell each box at $20, and it costs $6.28 around. We'll get $13.72 back in profit. Let's say we sell 50 units. In return, we'll get 686 in profits around.
And obviously, this is an estimate. The numbers can vary. How much we sell it for, we can sell it for more
Taxes
or less.
to high school can be tough, so we have little notes to keep your morals up, keep your positivity up.
Yep. And then this is a rough example of what the box will kind of look like. So we're gonna have a basket, some sort of filler. So it could be wrapping paper or something. And then we would just have all the things inside of that individual box with note cards on those objects. For why you guys should pick us, we're just 2 students at RBHS, and we care about developing our environment and showing freshmen that this is a friendly and welcoming environment. So we want to kind of show them, promote a caring environment and facilitate their shift.
Is it the candy that you're giving? What exactly is the point of that?
So we just want to allow students to, have the ability to have we can change the products. So sometimes we could put notebooks. We can make different varieties of products, but the candy would just be kind of a welcoming thing, kind of like a gift.
And in general, what sets yours apart from the others?
Well, personally, I haven't seen any survival kits.
What sets yours apart from in general?
In general?
Why is it special?
I think it would be we could lower the price, so that's negotiable to maybe $15.
Well, as it is.
I think the main thing that separates us is going to be our note cards. I don't think I've seen anybody having putting these positive note cards.
Maybe
on
Pinterest, but never carried it out fully.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so 2 things here. In total, this would cost about $2,520, which if you're selling it for $20, I think you're making a lot of profit, but I don't know.
Making about $5,500, I think.
I don't know how many students will pay $20 for it.
It is steep. That is a steep price. Even if you push it down to 15, that's still something. Because going off of the others, the highest price we've seen so far has been $3.81.
Well, yeah, but considering kids at RB are spending $10 for lunch, you know, a kid once a year wouldn't really hurt, maybe once a month. So it's something that students can scrape up a little bit of money to invest in. Yes, we can lower the price by $5, leaving us still with $8 around profit. So,
yeah, and again, it's variable with what we put in the box. You know, we can change what exactly is going inside of the box.
So you say you could change it. Does that change like per student? Like, do they choose what they want in their basket?
I think we can have a variety of what they order. So we can have preset boxes. One being the candy, one being maybe like energy drinks. People are drinking Celsius, Monsters these days. We can have a.
Would you set up a website for this?
Yeah.
Is that already set up?
No, not yet.
No, but this will be an online order thing rather than.
Yes, it'll be an online order, and then we carry it out in person.
Oh, fantastic.
Wait, one more thing. Could you take me to your products page?
This one?
No. Performance analysis.
The one like with the prices and everything? That's 1, 2, 3. That's a good amount of product.
Well, yeah, this one was just an example of to show you like how much we can actually put in the box.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that, but then that's also writing these notes. There's 400 students, 400 plus freshmen yearly, and there's solid 15 things on this list. Are you guys writing all of these notes? Are these?
I think we could.
Yeah, I think it would be faster to print it.
So assuming the school does distribute these, who is making these?
It would be us or student volunteers, faculty.
Or we can even pay them. I mean, $8 profit per is, you know, sell 2 and you already got somebody's hourly salary.
And also, if there is a price deficit, because this is assuming, you're also assuming that everybody buys every one of them. What do you do if there is a price deficit there? What if not enough is bought?
So I think we're going to make them based on how many is bought. So there's a thing called print on demand for clothing where you print only as much as demanded. So just like here, we'd only make however many are actually bought. So let's say somebody bought 3 candy, 3 energy drinks. Make 3 candy, 3 energy drinks, carry out their orders.
Okay. Do you have a last good question?
What inspired you to go this route? Because with most of the projects, they include like a map, like the bell schedule, stuff that's like helpful for students to get around the school. This is to make their freshman experience more enjoyable through sweets. I mean, I like it, but like,
so
what's your thought process?
So, what makes a freshman experience more enjoyable? It also makes them, you know, if you have walking into school every day with a positive attitude, I think there are studies out there that show that you will do better in school. So not only can this impact your grades, but it can impact your mental health and how you look forward into the future.
All right, I think we're done. Thank you so much. Thank you. Feel free to leave. We'll get back to you whether you want or not shortly.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Welcome back. Our last group looking to impress our panel is up next. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Edward De La Torre.
And my name is Adrian Martinez.
Tell us about your experience in Miss Sarkady's business class.
My personal experience in Miss Sarkady's class has been, straightforward to say, a blast. I've really enjoyed my time there, and also the students that have accompanied me in that class.
I enjoy working with other students, and the projects are somewhat difficult, but in the end, the rewards are great.
How are you feeling about to go present to our panel of sharks?
I feel like the presentation is going to be great for the Sharks. I feel like we really prepared beforehand, and yeah, feel pretty confident.
I feel confident on what we will show the Sharks, and I believe that they'll pick us.
Follow me?
Before we begin, I'd like to introduce ourselves. I'm Jonah Brenneman.
I'm Liam Cohen.
I'm Luis Perez.
All right, and who are you?
I'm Adrian Martinez.
My name is Edward De La Torre.
And we are part of the group that made the Pop Bundle. The reason why RBHS should have a bundle is because of incoming freshmen who have added stress due to transitioning from middle school to high school and having unfamiliar environments.
The items in the packaging, or Pop Bundle that we call it, would include 2 notebooks, 3 folders, a map of the school, and custom RBHS inspired wear.
The reasoning why we chose all these items is because we were once ex-freshmen ourselves, And so we understand being unfamiliar with our environment, being lost, meeting new people, and unfortunately, socially distancing ourselves from other people too.
Our prototype also had 2 notebooks, 3 folders, a map of the school, and custom spiritware with some minor details that were tweaked in the early process.
Is that a custom map you guys made?
Yeah, or we found it. Yeah, it was from the school. But along with all prototypes, they're bound to change via improvements from student advice, feedback, just ideas from us in general.
Each kit will cost $25, and we aim to make 407 of them, which roughly rounds to 1 per student. If we sell every single one, it would go around $3,400.
Why should you choose Pup Bundle? The reason why you guys should choose Pup Bundle is because we have a belief that all freshmen deserve to feel welcome at Riverside Brookfield High School. Our second reason is because the Pup Bundle allows you to have similar things with other students and to come closer together in an unfamiliar environment. And the last reason is because you'd be supporting a local business called Ink Your Wear, which would be supporting all the custom clothing for our product.
Thank you for watching our presentation.
Thank you.
Okay. Fantastic. Just to start, you just mentioned a local business. Is that a sponsor of yours?
No. We're going to be reaching out to them and having a partnership going.
Have you reached out yet?
We're going to be ordering all our clothing there, which says we're going to be directly supporting them by buying at their full price.
All right, fantastic. And just this standard question, what sets you apart from the others? Why is yours better?
It's because we're supporting our local business, and we're also providing early accessibility to our freshmen to be closer together.
Okay, so you guys said it is around $25, right?
Correct.
And you'll make around $3,000 profit, was it?
Yes.
$3,400.
Okay. So comparing to the other groups, you guys are a little more on the pricey side. Why should the freshmen buy this instead of, or buy, the extra 3 shirts instead of investing in other groups?
The reason why they would be invested into us is because the custom clothing is more of a message to them to make them feel welcomed with the RBHS inspired wear to make them feel welcomed at this school and not just anywhere else in general.
Question, how much profit would be per kit? Because all around, you said if you sold all of them, you'd make 3,400 and like 62,000 or something like that.
So each kit roughly costs about $17 to make. So we profit around $8.
$8. Just a last question. How do you plan to market? How are you going to advertise this to incoming freshmen?
We can use word of mouth and posters around the school.
Posters around the school for incoming freshmen who aren't in the school?
The reason why we put posters around the room is because just like us, we were also once freshmen, and we had that walk around this school. We'd be set up inside the school with the school's permission to be advertising along with their.
All right, so you're only doing advertisements inside the school, so only, no?
No.
Okay, so you have a social media platform, do you have a website?
Yes, we're planning on making a social media platform, but with our missing person, we cannot make it just yet.
Have any other questions?
I'll just go over to that brand you were talking about that you are going to partner with. Have you personally, seen or used one of their shirts and can say that it's worth spending $25 on it?
Oh yes, me personally, I have bought from the company before for a custom shirt that my dad had made for me, and I've also checked the reviews on it.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
I got nothing.
All right, well.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
You feel free to leave. We'll have the results back to you shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's time for our judges to pick a winner. First up, we have the Billionaire Blueprint. The boys, outnumbered, and puppies.
All right.
Judges, what are your thoughts?
Well, we're just going to go down the line. We're going to go from just left to right with the first group that presented to us. We all agreed we kind of liked. You guys had like cool additions, like a backpack that's pretty unique, a metal water bottle. That's a good way to think. But just comparing it to everyone else's prices, it was a little hefty. You guys were at $40, and that was $15 more than any other team presented to us. You want to do the second group?
Yeah. Second group, you guys had good organization. I liked the way you thought, but at the same time, your price was pretty steep, and you did like say that this is how much we would make if everyone, assuming that everyone would buy the product. But overall, you did great.
Third group, again, great presentation. I think the only problem that we had was, again, the price range with no real assurances there.
Just longevity-wise. And then last group, we all...
I think we can all agree you had an excellent presentation.
Yeah.
I really liked the organization. I loved your price ranges. It was very good.
Yeah, I think everything there was, you got a good bang for your buck, as Lewis would say. And we liked it overall. You get lots of products.
You didn't, however, have any sort of profit margin.
Which, a little bit of a deal.
You can work on. We can always increase the price.
All right.
But
and in final decision, we are going to go with the billionaire group.